I am telling you with 100% certainty that your next client is searching for you right now. And I also know that you are struggling to create consistent client growth. And that's because you're making it way more complicated than it really needs to be. I am Campbell Rapin, and I believe business growth can and is elegantly simple. And I'm going to show you how to create that client growth engine today by knowing how to attract your next buyer and to move them into yes today. And I have created a lot of yeses. I've worked with more than 400 businesses to create a combined revenue of $1 billion. Yep, I really said billion. And it's all based on these foundations. And so whether you're a solopreneur working for your first client, or you're somebody who already is into the multiple six figures with a team, this is going to be relevant to you, and it's going to be the fine tuning that will help you get to where you want to go. And if you don't have the business you want today, it's because there's only one of three things happening. And I want you to listen and find out, where are you right now? With zero judgment, where are you right now? Because all three reasons you don't have the business you want are solvable. Whoop, whoop. You have a solution. I'm going to show you it. You obviously, number one, don't know how to create client growth. And that's a knowledge-based problem. And it could be because you're new to the world of business ownership. Totally cool. We all start somewhere, but you can solve the knowledge gap. And I'm going to show you how to do it today, so you won't have that excuse and limit anymore. Number two is that you are working successfully. You've seen some client growth in your business, but you're not full at capacity. And you are not seeing consistency in your client growth, which means some good things are already in play, but some things are not working effectively. And I will tell you, that's a solvable problem too. Knowing where your gaps are and looking into the blind spots is how you will move up your capacity and to see more consistency. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Number three is, if you do know how to do this, and truthfully, you're just not doing the work, my friend. And everybody gets to moments where they're like, I'm just not doing the work. And I will tell you, if you're not doing the work, it's because I can tell you're not winning. That means you're not getting enough yeses. Because when you get yeses, you never get in your own way. And your business, truthfully, this was your choice to go into ownership of business. And that means your business should feel like oxygen. If it does not feel like oxygen, you have got the wrong business. You've got the wrong clients. And it's time to make changes. Because when your business is not seeing client growth, it's on life support. And it is time to put your oxygen mask on first. And that's what you're going to get. A jump start to your business lifeline right now. The first thing that many people don't know when they're in the world of business, this simple truth. Your business will be built on strangers, always. And that means you must always get in front of more people, more ways, more often if you want to have a consistency in your business, which I highly advocate for, because your bills are pretty damn consistent. So you've got to have a strategy to get in front of more people, more ways, more often every single day of your business. What is equally important, they also don't tell you, is a lot of people talk about visibility. And I think, yeah, visibility is key. But there's a big difference between visible to people who have the potential to be your buyer, client, or customer, and a general room of fans, or just a general room of heartbeats. Getting into the right room where buyers are is the goal. Because if you're in the room and you've got a lot of people that will not afford your services, want your services, or care about your services, it is a waste of time. Simple. Get out of that room. And you should be auditing all the time. Do I know who my buyer is, and am I in the right rooms to find them? And if you're not, I know you're not winning. And so make a different choice. It's very simple. So let's talk about who is a buyer, because that's the first thing maybe you don't have knowledge around, or you need some fine tuning. So buyers are unique in the marketplace. They're actually quite a small group. And sometimes that's why it might feel like looking for the needle in the haystack. Because buyers on average are only 3% of the audience on any given day. The awesome, great news is it's 3% every day. And so you're constantly looking for 3% today, tomorrow, the day after, and that's why you must be consistently getting in front of strangers. But buyers are unique. They're small. They're only 3%, but they have three key attributes. Number one, they are already problem aware. which means you are not educating them about a problem. You're not trying to convince them they have a problem. They've already made the decision, line in the sand. I know I have a problem. And that's a key piece that many, many business owners don't get clear. And that's why you are not getting yeses. So look for the buyer and be sure you're only making an offer when you are clear they are a buyer. Number 2 is that because they're aware, they have already tried to solve the problem. And that means they've Googled it. They've gone to Pinterest. They've gone to YouTube. They've gone to TikTok. They have gone to free workshops. They have gone to free resources. They've probably already put skin in the game and paid for some kind of support. And the truth is they're still with a gap. And so they are aware and seeking a different result. That's opportunity for you. If you can see that they're seeking, and you have to get found by the seeker. Because I told you, I had 100% certainty your buyer is seeking. If they're not finding you, that's a different problem. It's not that they don't exist. It's that you aren't doing what is needed to be found. We can solve that. The third key thing a buyer is an attribute, is they are committed to the changes that are necessary to get the result. And that's key. If it's a luxury, they're not a buyer. If it's a someday problem, it's a luxury, they're not a buyer. If they are not committed to the changed action, you will go crazy trying to service them because they're not really going to see the result. And I would say, don't play there. Personally, just don't play there. But they are committed. And what they're asking for, because they have a recognition that effort is going to be required, is that they want to say it's worth it. Okay, that's a value question. And so you, to be effective, moving a buyer into your ecosystem and your offers and saying yes to you, is you have to be clear what they're valuing. And your job in the marketplace as a business owner is to be valued by creating value in the eyes of your next client. So get clear and ask, why is it worth it for you? Why is it non-negotiable for you? Why now? What are you prepared to do to get the result? And if the answers are not a list and detailed, they're not yet ready. So wait and nurture and keep inviting and building trust. But your ability to recognize these 3 things is critical. So audit yourself. Can you do it? Do you know who you are? And are you clear you're in the right rooms? Second piece of the puzzle is to recognize that while they are all buyers, they don't all move at the same speed. And money loves speed. And your business growth can be highly influenced by which lane of speed you're in. And so I like to use the analogy that there are 3 lanes of traffic: a slow lane, a middle lane, and a fast lane. And your time should be spent with people in the middle and the fast lane because they're the action takers. Because truthfully, that is what will be efficient in your business. It will also be important so that you don't spend time with tire kickers and the someday client. So let's talk about that. The slow lane is somebody who, yes, is aware that there's a problem. Yes, they have some maybe interest in solving it, but it's not urgent today. So they don't have all 3 criteria. Often what I think about is they're on a lane of traffic and your problem that you solve or the result that you create and help create is a billboard. But that billboard is 3 miles down the road. And so they keep saying to you, I like you, you're interesting, when someday I'll need you. Don't get caught in the slow lane because you'll go broke here. This is when you think, I made an offer and I really hope they come to my business, but they don't. Well, I told you, your bills come every month, so don't build your business in the slow lane. Get out of the slow lane. Be careful you're spending your calendar available time, which should be offer orientated to the people who are not yet ready to buy. Get into the middle lane or the fast lane. The middle lane is somebody who is in the problem crisis moment right now. They're white knuckling their way through it saying, I can get through this. I can get through this. I can just get through this. It won't always last. I can figure this out. And they are mentally like Thomas the Tank. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. But your ability to recognize the spin and to see the spin is critical. And your job is to disrupt or slow down the spin. And you do that by sparking curiosity, not selling, sparking curiosity that there is an alternate reality out there. And your job in slowing down and stopping the spin is to cast possibility into an alternate reality, an alternate result, and to show them something else exists. Because when you know you're in a spin, you don't see clearly. You don't know what to look for, and you get so caught up in the pattern you're playing that you need a disruption. And your goal here is to be curiosity driving and driving multiple steps of movement, because movement's what builds momentum. And here's the hack. You have biologically been wired that if you say yes to things 5 times, the 6th time is almost always guaranteed a yes. So the Bill Smart business strategy is, let's get them moving to multiple yeses, and rolling themselves into tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And then you say, sounds like there's a problem. Do you believe I can create value for you? Yes. Would you like me to make an offer? Yes. Let me make the offer. Yes. That's how it works. Elegantly simple. But you want to be able to see the pattern, disrupt the pattern. That's the middle lane. That's where your business will be honestly built to bread and butter clients that will fuel success for you. The fast lane is somebody who you saw in a spin, and you may have made an offer, but they did not say yes to yet. But they have not solved the problem. So they're unicorn clients, because the next time they hit the pattern, they move really quickly. They call you and say, I know I wanted to do this last time. I didn't do it. Whatever it is, I don't care if the price has gone up. I'm a yes. You get more unicorns in your business if you make more offers, if you are really clear who you are, what you stand for, why you're the must hire. Those are skills we build. The skills I teach my clients through in the programs and services I offer to help business owners, just like you, create this rhythm. But the rhythm of the unicorns should be celebrated, but they should not be banked on. Your goal is to be in the middle lane. And that means when you're out meeting strangers, I want you to be having a simple way to track. Whether it's in a notebook, not ideal, a Google Sheet or Excel, awesome, a CRM, cool. Who did you meet? What do you think their problem was? Did they meet the buyer criteria? And what lane did I assess them to be in? And what is my next step? One of the reasons I saw so many people fail in business and go bankrupt and run out of runway is because they simply didn't think through movement. An object in motion stays more easily in motion than one creating zero every time. So stop doing the hokey pokey. I tell my clients, here's one other hack and tip for you. If you do not have a full client base and you still are looking for clients, 70% of your day is simply on finding buyers and tracking buyers and moving buyers. That's it. It's elegantly simple. Get out of the overwhelm. All the other stuff is distraction. If you do have consistency in your business and you're sitting at 80% of capacity of your availability to serve clients, you are still spending 50% of your day on this simple strategy. Here's why. It takes on average 90 days for a really strong business owner to move somebody from curious to paid client. Which means your actions today will show up in the fall. Your actions in the fall show up towards the end of the year. Your actions in January show up in the end of the first quarter. So you've got to stay in motion because it takes time to nurture these movements. And anytime you take your foot off the gas, you're starting from zero momentum. What made me great when I first started my business, I worked it consistently 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day led to consistent clients, so much so that people kept saying to me, what's the answer, Christine? I said, I treat my business both as a business and I run it as a business. That means I'm really clear. My business is built on strangers. I know who my buyer is, and I have a clear strategy I execute every single day. And I'm identifying the lanes of traffic, and I'm pushing out more offers every single day. Take more shots today, because not everyone will say yes to the first one you make. Clear, simple. Let's take you through the third piece of this puzzle. In order for you to see client growth, you need to be the person that they say yes to. So let me ask you, are you the person that people say yes to today? Or are you the likable expert? That's a yes someday. I see so many awesome business owners caught out as the likable expert. You're in rooms of enlightened people who love you, support you, and will never be your buyer. You spend all your time creating content that is educating about a general problem. You need a copywriter. Here's the benefits of social media. Here's the benefits of SEO. Here's the benefits of speaking as the fastest path to cash. And all you're doing is educating to the slow lane. And you're going broke. That's a choice. I'm inviting you to make a different one. What's so important instead of being the likable expert, is that you are viewed as the must-hire choice to solve the problem. Because here's the simple truth. Buyers, clients, and customers are only paying for the result. They are not paying for your time. And the only time that money will move hands is when the value is more than the investment, as perceived by them, not justified by you. And when they are ready to hire you, they do so with full knowledge that this might be a little uncomfortable because you're going to be accountable, because I was committed to change behavior. And you're going to make me do things that I've never done before, which I need because the things I was doing before didn't lead to the results. And I still haven't solved the problem. And chances are, the longer I leave a problem rotting, the weaker I am, the less I can do this on my own. So being the must-hired is about confidence. And you have to, as the business owner, be 100% confident who you are, why you choose to play where you play. That's the intersection point where you're going to meet your buyer in the middle and fast lane. And you're clear why you're the must-hire. And that's a leadership choice. And business is about strangers and leadership. And when clients don't say yes to you in the moment, it's never because they don't trust you. What it means is they say, I know I'm going to hire you. I don't trust myself. Until they see something in your intentional strategy and it gets so uncomfortable that they say, I know I need this and I'm scared, but please make me an offer. And that is how you run a successful business. These are acquired skills. I happen to have been acquiring them for almost 30 years. And that's why I'm a must-hire for people. I know how to market, sell, build the operations, create repeatable success, influence myself, my peers, my clients, and of course, my vendors. And I know what I stand for. It is about creating this client growth engine. And I help people do it in 3 ways. You want to sit and listen, you've got this opportunity today, take this path and run it. You need more resources? Come listen to the podcast. If you're not ready yet, that's where you start. It's called Amplify Your Marketing Message. Or you can say, I need some support. And I said, great, we have a group program that will help you go through the 3 foundations every business needs. Who is the buyer? What's your strategy to move them from curious to paid client? And what value are you creating? How are you the yes people say yes to? Starts in June. We'll start in the fall. You can come into that program. Or you can say, you know what? I need the fastest path to solve this because I am ready to get out of my damn way. And I need guidance, support, and I need a thinking partner, in which case you're going to come into the one-to-one business accelerator. And we're going to get you there quickly. And it is about, yes, not just the first client. It's about the engine of repeated client growth. And it is about knowing who you are as a business owner and how to make great decisions. And when you are wobbly, to be clear, I control the wobble and I'm nervous, but I'm still moving and taking action because I'm focused on momentum. And I'm not spending many days in the wobbles controlling me. Business is elegantly simple. It is way less complicated than you're making it. But after listening to this short conversation, you now know who to look for. You know how to track them. You know where your gaps are, and I'm inviting you to move. I'm inviting you to be found by your next buyer. And I've got a great, amazing resource that I'm giving you exclusively in this. Earlier this spring, I had a Heroes of High Ticket Business Growth virtual summit. I'm gifting you access to it. This is going to show you every speaker in this summit has a strategy that will bring $100,000 of revenue into your business in the next 12 to 18 months if you run it. I'm not saying you will get to your $1 million business in 1 year, but I am saying these are the strategies that work by people that work the strategies and have done this and been successful for years. For you to get where you want to go, here's the shortest path I know. Cut the BS, learn your gaps. Get clear that the key is movement, not speed, it's movement, because movement's what build momentum and it all compounds. It is getting clear that you must take action. I'm going to say it's also working with the right mentor, which is me, to help you get a client growth engine. Without this, you do not have a business, and I'm inviting you to put your oxygen mask on. So grab this free resource, come explore the options, and get moving. The world is seeking you. I want you to get found. My name is Christine Campbell Rapin. You can find all the details of how to connect to me on christinecampbellrapin.com. I look forward to having you in my network. I look forward to rising together, and I look forward to playing and creating a beautiful business empire with you. I'll see you on the inside.